So good day everyone. I'm Jovelyn Di Martino. So today we are going to discuss about pictures and graphics in teaching grammar together with my partner, Ms. Jairus Orlando. So first, let's define what is pictures. So pictures is a photograph of something or someone on a piece of card, paper, or other material. A picture might be something to cherish memories or merely a decoration. A photograph may be kept in books or frames and viewed whenever you want. Next, so what is the purpose of pictures in teaching grammar? So, the goal of teaching grammar with visuals is to simultaneously improve and be attentive, able to read, speak, and as well as their writing skills. They are intended to capture students' interest and assess them in translating the meaning of the text or specific words. Using pictures to teach specific in teaching grammar. So we have here yes or no questions, WH questions, comparison, relative classes. So first, we have yes or no questions. Yes or no questions is students will look a part of a picture and try to guess what it is or try to identify that picture it was being described by the given description. For example, it is a car, then the answer is yes, it is or no, it isn't. The second one is it is a dog. The response is yes, it is or no, it isn't. Next. Next is WH questions. So WH questions are phrases that begin with or include the following terms to pose a question. These words are great for beginning a discussion, which is valuable skills hub. WH questions refers to who, what, when, where, why, and how. For examples, for who, meaning is person. So, sample sentence, who is your favorite singer? What refers to thing or an action. For example, meaning, sample sentence, what are you thinking about? Or what kind of pet do you have? And when, meaning, time. And sample sentence, when is Lisa's birthday? Where, meaning a place. Sample sentence, where is the nearest hospital? Why? It is a reason something happened. For example, why did you lie to your mom? And how is a number or manner. For example, how did you convince her to come? Next, comparison. Comparison is a consideration or estimate of the similarities or dissimilarities between two things or people. It is the production of comparative and superlative forms of adjectives and adverbs in relation to grammar. So this is the example, the New York. So in this example, it compares what it was New York in 1984 and what it is today. Next. So next is relative classes. Relative classes is exercise helps students in practicing defining relative clauses using who, what, where, and when. Students start with a gap fill activity in which they finish phrases by selecting the appropriate relative pronouns. The learners then rephrase and the phrases, fixing the relative pronoun error in each one. The students then use defining relative clauses to develop definitions for places, objects, times, and individuals. For example, they are the uh, defining relative clauses identify the noun. They are the couple who are dancing. So, who refers to the couple. Next is it's the house which has an orange door, which is refers to it's the house. And London is the city where I was born. Where refers to London. That's all.
So we proceed to graphics. So what is a graphics? A graphics is the product of the graphic arts, especially commercial design or an illustration. So what is difference between graphics and pictures? The difference between graphics and images is that a graphic, sometimes known as a graphical image, is a digital representation of a non-text information, such as a drawing, a chart, or sometimes a photograph. While a photo, often known as a still image, is the binary representation of any sort of visual information, such as drawings, individual video frames, logos, photographs, graphs, and so on. So what is the purpose of graphics in teaching grammar? So as a future or claim educator, we believe that developing new strategies and methods in teaching and learning grammar, such as the usage of visual, would be a valuable classroom process and a more optimistic exam technique for English students. And using graphics is a great way to have a creative way of giving descriptions. So one of the example of graphic is commonly a graphic organizers, or what is a graphic organizers is it depicts the link between various parts using bright shapes, symbols, and connectors. So one of the example we have here is a Venn diagram. It assists learners in seeing and understanding the similarities and contrasts between items. And other example is a cause and effect diagram. It supports learners in determining the reasons and consequences of an event. And other example is a mind maps. It enhance a student's creative thinking when they comprehend how many subtopics links to the primary theme. So using graphics as a technique in teaching grammar, it using anchor charts and student activities centered on grammatical topics make learning evident, giving learners multiple opportunity to practice a variety of grammatical contexts, make non-linguistic representation of grammatical circumstances with your learners. So that is all, everyone. Thank you for listening. I hope you had a um, great journey. I hope you learned a lot in our lesson.